Okay, doing a ZJ seat swap, power leather seats, and this 2000 XJ. So this is going to be the same for 97 to 01. Here's a leather seat right here. I'm going to show you a comparison. Matter of fact, that'd probably be a good idea. So there's a comparison between the two. Let me get a measuring tape. XJ is about here, doing this with one hand. At the widest point is 20 and a half. ZJ is a little slimmer actually. I thought everything I read, it kind of made it seem like it was ZJ was a little bigger. Maybe it's the upper right here, about 19 and a half. It's real close. Okay, maybe a little bit, about 19 and a half, maybe about 20 right there. Of course, trying to do it with one hand, not getting the best measurement on that. But the height looks about the same. At the top of the headrest there, you're definitely gonna sit higher. You see how much higher the seat sits on the ZJ. I heard you can take these apart and cut the foam, kind of shorten it a little bit. But I seen another guy here on YouTube do 6'2", and he does not have clearance issues, so I'm not gonna mess with it. Let me show you what we got to get done in the inside to get this started. So, of course, if you want electric on both driver and passenger, you're gonna have to remove your XJ base. That bolt is gonna break. I'll pay you if your bolt doesn't break, because it's, I heard on every vehicle, XJ or not, that outside bolt's gonna break. So that's gonna break. Don't worry about it. That one, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with that. This video is gonna be, I'm doing it trial and error, all on video. That way we kind of walk through this together and get it done. But see if I cut that or not. Pretty positive I'll have to. I was looking at how they lined up. I might actually use that as a bracket. I'll show you that in a second. But see how this floor is kind of at an angle. You're gonna want to bend these tabs right here. Bend these tabs, because at first they're pretty much vertical. But you see how I kind of got an angle right there. I just bent that back with a sledgehammer. Bam. So now you got an angle. So like I said, that used to go straight. This tab used to go straight down. And now I bent that at an angle so it can kind of contour with the floor right there. Bam. We're gonna find out where exactly we need to bolt it and get that on video for you too. Sorry, I almost got ahead of myself. So let me show you. I showed you about these front bolts. Like I said, that one's gonna break. Take the nut off of that. But you got these two. The rear, super easy. No tools at all needed to take this bottom bench out. You just need can't remember the socket size, but 2 bolts. One right there, one right there. Pop those out. Get everything out before you start. I kind of got this seat kind of sitting in here for dry fitting. That side is going to be a little different, but let's focus on this side first. Okay, so I got that over a little bit. I stopped this tab here at the end of the carpeting. I'll get an exact measurement for you guys after I verify that my measurement is perfect. So just dry fit it right now. Get my wide angle. There we go. Dry fit it for right now. Make sure you're gonna have enough room to close the door. Tilt this guy back without rubbing up against that. I got a little bigger armrest right here in the center console, so Mine's gonna stick out a little more than yours, but which is better for you. The reason I got these is because I gotta fix that upholstery. XJ with 4 cup holders because I got 4 kids. All right, so back to this. Make sure you got enough clearance and then drill your holes, and I'll come back to you after those are drilled. Okay, so like I said, play with it. Close the door. It might be a good idea to look from the rear. Touching the door, you can find out if that bothers me or not. Well, maybe, because we got a little bit. So I'm gonna scoot this guy all the way over, well, over just a little bit. So now I am definitely past the end of the carpet right there. But then again, the end of your carpet might not be exact same spot as mine. You can go over a little bit more, but just do that. Keep playing with it until you get it perfect. And then you might want to look from the front too. So, right there. It'd actually be a good idea if you wired up these seats. Just the power for now. You could use, you're gonna need to wire them anyway, so you could cheat and use a little drill battery and give you some power to kind of tilt to simulate, or you could just kind of lean back from here. I'm gonna lean back. I see I got clearance. Actually, that right there is probably perfect. So, like I said, I already promised y'all I get an exact measurement from this hole to that new mounting location. So after I'm done, I'll let you know. Another thing, you're gonna want to make sure your seat is straight. You don't want a cockeyed seat. So kind of look at what's gonna straighten them is these tabs in the front. You gotta have them at the same angle, otherwise it's gonna be kind of cockeyed. So find somewhere to kind of measure off of. Like mine needs to twist this way a little bit. So obviously you want to do that before you drill holes, otherwise you're going to have to take it back out and bend those tabs again. So get those tabs as even as possible so you don't have to make this any longer than it should be. Oh, by the way, in order for me to get this seat straight, because you see how it's kind of there, see how it's kind of not straight, that sits further than that. Well, that guy that said you might not have to cut, needs to go. So as soon as my brother-in-law brings my angle grinder, I'll get that out of the way. I told y'all this is trial and error. Forgot I did not have my angle grinder. Also, another thing, I heard that audio sound will change on and off because I'm going between headphones, and somewhere down here, apparently, even if you don't have a XJ with factory power seats, sometimes there could be a wiring harness that kind of goes down here and lays, but I didn't find it. I didn't pull it all the way because I've been blessed with good carpeting, so I'm not gonna risk tearing it apart. If you got to wire the passenger anyway, you might as well wire both. But if you want to save time and save a little money on some wiring, check and see if you got a wiring harness that goes to I guess it just lays under the carpet here. Hey, look, I got one of these. I always lend out my tools right before I need them. That's how it goes. So just buzz this off real quick, and you will not have those clearance issues anymore. All right, so I got my rear holes drilled. I'm using 3/8. Just pop in just like that. These are too long, but I heard somewhere I'm gonna need the 3 inches over there, so leave that there for now. Here's a real reason I was scared to pull the carpet up. Rust, but it wouldn't be an XJ if there wasn't rust under there. Anyway, so there's your holes. Drill for the front tabs on that. You got your base. So put them through. I'm gonna use same size. The 3/8 just shorter. I'm gonna go through there, through the base, and put my nut on that back end. And there's access on that other side. Just can't get it on camera. But obviously the hole is a little smaller, but you can get it. It's way down there. There it is, right there. Oh, and remember I said I was gonna put the nut on the back down there? Can't do that because base will be up there and it'd be super difficult to get down here. So put your nut end on the carpet side, and you're gonna need some wire to fish down through the holes you drilled. Pop it up right here. So the wire through there, pop it up, wrap your bolt around it, and pull it through. All right, after you wrap your bolt, I almost said it again. After you wrap the wire around your bolt, you fish it through that hole, pull it through. You're gonna have a stud sitting, and drop your base on and bolt it. Leave it a little loose right now, don't worry about it. And then these are the bolts I'm using for the back, 2.5 inch. Like I said, I already got my holes drilled. Drop that down in there and pop that other one in, and your base is on there. That's how much those 2.5s are. So you can probably get away with 2. Oh yeah, probably gonna want 2 because right there, unless you get an all threaded bolt. But I'm sticking with 2.5. Put another washer or something up there to pull that up a little bit. All right, 2.5 inch work because you got to put lock washers on them anyway. All right, and I just found some thicker washers from my engine swap. Threw up there. Tighten those down and your base is done. And also don't worry about that being pretty because you keep these little guys covered right up. So yeah, keep these guys from the ZJ. You know what? While I'm talking about it, show you what else to keep. Keep these. These are the little covers for these guys on the rear seat. We're gonna find out whether or not they work, but I'm pretty positive they will. So you might want to keep those. All right, we're on the driver's side now. I already drilled a hole in the fabric, but it's looking like where I'm gonna have to mount it. There's already a hole right there. So drill a hole in the fabric, and left hole over there, right hole, we'll figure it out. Oh, by the way, the size bolts I'm using on both driver and passenger seat for the brackets are 1/2 inch because they fit perfect. Almost forgot to mention, before you get this seat, before you're going to be able to get it where you want it, you're going to have to take this off. This little seat rail cover side pillar thing. Take that off, get your seat where you want it, and then squeeze it in there and you'll be fine. Otherwise you're going to have to try to modify and trim that. I might still have to, but right now it's looking like I'll be good, and my seat will be nice and straight. Like I said, that seat is real nice. It's just real dirty. My rears are real dirty. They're nice as well. This one's not that bad, but of course I got this and this. So just keep in mind, we're only doing this for the base. You want to get new seats later on, you can. You just want to get your electric going right now, because the seats at the junkyard are only 30 bucks. So doing this for the base, I replace this later. So if you want to hurry up and get it done, you can do the same thing. Okay, got the front bolted up. Using this existing hole, so obviously I don't have to measure it out. I'm using a 2.5 inch 3/8 right here, because I don't know if you can see that angle right there. Got a little bit of an angle right there. So need a longer bolt. 2-inch would probably work, but I had a 2.5, so that's what I used. And I forgot to mention, you gotta bend these tabs up quite a bit further than the passenger side because you're mounting it completely different. All right, on to the passenger side. Let me get my light on. I'm not gonna be able to really see because I'm upside down, but I already promised y'all that I get a measurement. So like I said, I can't really see it, but you can see it on camera, hopefully. There's your measurement from the existing hole to the new hole. All right, so got the rear drilled out, bolted in, just like the other side. 1, 2. This seat was back a little too far, so I just keep the harness from the ZJ. Make it a million times easier if you got to get under there and do anything. You just disconnect. So keep it. Put you some temporary splicers on there. Grab a little power source. I'm using the kids' remote control car battery. Gave it plenty of juice to move the seat forward and back so I can drill these holes. We're gonna wrap this video up and give you guys a quick rundown on all the hardware you're gonna need for just the front seats. Rear seats will be in a separate video. All right, so I purchased 5 of these. Like I said, you can get away with 2-inch. Actually, 2-inch might be a little better, so you don't gotta stack up washers like I did. 2 1/4 if you can find them. So 5 of these. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on that front. Let me zoom out so you can see exactly what that is. This is a front bracket, so that's the one closest to the transmission. So that's a 5th one. You're gonna need 10 3/8 washers. So 10 3/8 washers for the tops and bottoms, because there's 2 washers for each. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I am using grade 8 just because it's a lot more rust resistant. Gonna need, of course, 5 same size nuts to go at the bottom of these guys, along with a lock washer to go at the bottom of the rears. So that is 4 lock washers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for the front, you got 1/2-inch nut and washer. No, sorry, 1/2-inch nut and bolt, and another one that is right there, along with one more on this side. So that is 3 1/2-inch bolts and 3 1/2-inch nuts, because like I said, this side is that 3/8. You could do a 1/2-inch, but it's gonna cost a little more, obviously, for a 1/2-inch 2 to 2.5-inch bolt. Oh, and then you're gonna need a little bit of wire to fish that bolt through, like I was telling you earlier. All right, that wraps up the front seats on this thing. Take your time with it. Get you a good set of drill bits. These seats rising lower, so they're sitting real high right now. I sat in it. I'm fine because I'm only 5'7". Or you know what? Actually, might be 5'8". I don't know. But like I said, the other dude said he was 6'2". He had plenty of head clearance up here. So unless you're what, 6'3", 6'4", I'm sure you'll be fine. I did, however, halt recording for a second. Double check. That is as low as it will go. So that's it compared to the center console right there. So like I said, it is dropped all the way low, but no clearance issues. So yeah, that'll wrap this video up. Like I said, I will be doing the rears in a separate video. Otherwise, this video would have been longer than it already is. But I really wanted to get all the detailed as much as possible. That way there's no questions. You don't have to take 2 trips to Lowe's. You know, you get everything then and there and be done with it. Yep, that'll do it for this video. Stay tuned, and we'll get those rears done. All right, bye.